Hey guys, it's GameFace here and welcome back to episode 4 of my England career mode. Now in today's episode, we're going to have to advance quite a lot in the future because our next run of friendlies is actually in March and we're currently in November, so we've got quite a lot of time to sim, which means we'll be mainly focusing on, well, the two games that we have in this episode, but also the player development side of things as well. For those who don't know, I've got some players at Man City, which we're not focusing on, but since I've signed the players, some English players, we can actually train them and try and get them up in overall if we need to. So there's some players I'm going to choose from. I'll quickly show you the 5 players in a second, but before we get into things, if we go hit 20 likes on this video, that would really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, then please go hit the subscribe button as well, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I'll be back in a second once I've decided on the other 3 players. Okay, these are the 5 players that I've gone for. Butland, Stones and Ali come in alongside Sterling and Rashford. Hopefully try and get some overall upgrades here, maybe with Rashford, but let's wait and see. Yes, we have. And we've also got Dele Alli there going up in his agility. Decent there from Rashford. He's not quite in the England setup just yet for us, but he certainly is about to come in, probably by March as well, to be honest, because we've got a lot of time here to try and get player development done. So what I will be doing is briefly updating you as I do the player development across the next sort of 4 months, I think it'll be, in fact, if we're going up to March. So I'll be back once I've got some interesting developments in the player drills that we've been doing, and then we'll move on to the player matches. Okay, so this is about a month later now. I'm deciding to do some more play drills with the exact same 5 players. I've been doing them every single week for the past month, basically, off camera. We've managed to get Dele Alli up there to 81 overall. That's good news for us. And Stones is flying up. His attributes are going up really well. I might decide to change them fairly soon, though, once we've got a couple more players going up like Butland and Stones. Then I might decide to rotate the players. Okay, this could be the moment where Butland goes up to 81 overall. Let's hope so. We've just had a tough run of fixtures here, and Butland has gone up to 81 overall. Rashford's flying up. Again, his finishing goes up, I think, there to 81, or pretty much goes up to 81 anyway. We're just waiting for Stones to try and go up, and then we'll probably rotate things around. Sterling hasn't made much progress, to be honest, in the, well, 6 weeks now, I think, that we've been training them. So we won't bother with him in the next round of drills. Something, though, I do need to focus on now is the January transfer window. Again, I'm going to do this off camera so you guys don't see any of the Man City side of things. It's just going to be focused on England. But I need to try and get in some English players into Man City and also make sure that I'm keeping hold of the players that are making me not be sacked from Man City, if that makes sense. Okay, this is very strange. I think I got sacked, but then got another offer from England? I'm so confused. Anyway, I wasn't with England. Somehow. Now I'm back with England again. No idea how that's happened. I've just literally found that out then. So I'm now back with England after being sacked, I'm assuming. Really no idea what's happened with that one, but at least I'm still with England. I started panicking then, thinking that it was all over already. Okay, this is what I've done for this week. Changed it around a little bit. Eric Dyer comes in. We've also got the new player, Fosu, that's in our youth academy. Going to try and get him up. He looks fairly decent, actually. Only 16 years old. And it'd be nice to have alternative players. Obviously, he's a right back. Be interesting to see whether he could eventually get into this team or not. But Rashford's certainly looking likely to be called up now. 77 overall. He's doing really well for us. Here we have Stones going up and also Fosu as well going up in this week's round of player drills. Players are starting to look really good now. I think we're almost ready to go on to the next game in the match. We're just trying to get through the transfer window, make sure that obviously we don't lose our best players so we can keep training them. And Rashford's going up again this week to 78 overall. Now we will be moving on to the March games that we have to play. I think it's against Slovenia and Russia, I think it is. So we'll sort out the team for that when we get asked to. Okay, this is the England squad for the next 2 internationals that we need to basically win to get into the World Cup. So I've gone with the 3 goalkeepers, Hart, Butland, and this time Fraser Forster comes in instead of Ben Foster. Then we've got Smalling, who's our best centre-back. I signed him for City, so we can now train him as well. Gary Cahill also at centre-back. We've got Rose, Walker, Klein, Stones and Shaw making up the rest of the defence. And that means in midfield we've got Sterling, Wilshere, Walcott, Barkley, Ali, Lallana, Eric Dyer and Jordan Henderson. Jordan Henderson comes back in after I decided I need another centre-mid just to kind of balance us out a little bit in midfield. Then up front we've got Rooney, Sturridge, Kane, Vardy and the 5th striker, Rashford. He comes in 78 overall. He's looking really good. We've been training him for months now without rotating him, so he's looking really good. 19 years old, looks incredible. Hopefully we can continue training him. He doesn't want to leave Man City, but that is a possibility that might well happen. But let's wait and see how we get on with these players. That means Welbeck misses out, Berahino misses out, who's also been involved in the squad recently. But those 5 strikers I think look pretty good. Let's submit the squad, let's move on to the Slovenia game and hopefully get ourselves enough points to qualify for the World Cup. Oh no, this is not what we wanted just before a big game. The following players have picked up an injury. Jack Wilshere. Now, what you don't know is, and what I didn't show you off camera, is Wilshere actually picked up an injury just after I signed him for Man City, which I don't think I also told you as well, so we could try and train him. He picked up an injury and was out for 6 weeks. So he's picked up another injury, along with Daniel Sturridge, so we're going to have to change the squad round, which does give players a chance that won't have been picked, obviously, but it's very frustrating when you pick a team to then be told that Jack Wilshere's going to be out for 2 months, and then Sturridge is going to be out for, a day. So he doesn't really need to be dropped, but he has to be, sadly. So that means that Delph comes in for Jack Wilshere, and we've also brought in Danny Welbeck for Daniel Sturridge. Pretty stupid that you have to replace Daniel Sturridge even though he's only out for a day. Makes no sense whatsoever, and is clearly a little glitch. But let's move on to the World Cup qualifiers finally in this episode. We are currently top of the table, only on 12 points though, which means Slovenia could quite easily hop above us if they do beat us in this game. So we desperately need to try and win this match. Let's change around the team, and I'll be back in a second once I've decided on it. This is the team that I've gone with. Basically, the defence is probably what you'd expect. For some reason, there's players that are quite tired at the moment, so I don't know why that is. But we're going to go with this team. Walker at right back, Smalling, Stones and Shaw. Eric Dyer in front of them. Delph on the left-hand side of centre mid with Rooney alongside him. Lallana in front of them. And Vardy starts alongside Rashford up front. That means that is the bench. Dele Alli misses out completely, along with a few other big names as well. But the bench looks quite strong as well if we do need some decent players to come on. Harry Kane hopefully will make an appearance. We've not started training him properly yet for the club, so we'll have to see whether we can try and get him going up in overalls and improving a little bit, because I signed him for Man City so we can train with him. So let's crack on. We're at Wembley. Let's try and get the 3 points. We need them, and if we do get the 3 points, then we're looking so much more comfortable going into our final 3 games after this one. There's not too many more matches left, but we do need to start picking up the 3 points to try and gain a bit more of a lead, a bit more of a gap above the teams like Slovenia below us. Well, one back there by Lallana. Vardy trying to play through Rooney, but it hasn't quite fallen for him. And it's looking a little bit messy in their defence at the moment. We do need just to try and get a goal if we can, because we're putting all the pressure on them. We've had a really good start to this game, just can't quite find an opening. Rashford will now look for Rooney. Oh, what a save from the keeper. Out for a corner. Lovely little ball through from Rashford. He looked very bright. And we just need to try and get that early goal if we can. Smalling's in there, just can't quite get to the cross. Vardy's won it back brilliantly. Going to look for the layoff. Still got it though, Vardy. Oh, came onto his left foot. And it's another good save from the goalkeeper. He's having a really good game. I think it's Handanovic they've got in goal. He's going to be in the box there from Rooney. Doesn't really pick anybody out. Can we recycle this one? Lallana to have a shot, and it's always going wide. And that is it for the first half. Still drawing the game 0-0. A good performance from us. We've dominated them. We've always been in their half and around their box. We just haven't really found that little bit of clinical finish from anybody else, or a decent opportunity that's opened up for us. So to try and create that, we are going to have to make a change, I think. We're going to bring on Danny Welbeck. Take off Lallana, who's not looked particularly good for us. So we're going to try it like that, and see how we get on with the 3 strikers now. Rooney's going to look for Vardy. It's a brilliant pass. Can Vardy just hold this one up? Maybe he can. Rashford on to Danny Welbeck. Can he finish this one off? Oh, damn it. Why is he taking it on his left foot? Should have just been a nice little finesse round the goalkeeper on his right. But it didn't end up being that. What a super sub that would have been. Okay, 2 more changes. We're going to bring in Harry Kane and Theo Walcott. That means Vardy and Rashford are coming off. It'd be nice to keep Rashford on. But, you know, we've got to try and win this game. And he's getting quite tired, so we're going to take him off. Rooney going to look for a chip into Kane. Oh, and he scores. Harry Kane's come off the bench, and he's got ourselves a goal. He's only just come on 2 minutes ago. I thought that pass to Kyle Walker initially was awful, but he gets back in the box, and what a header that is. Past the goalkeeper, 1-0, 20 minutes left. Now that is a super sub. Oh, Delph, brilliant. Brilliant from Delph. On to Kane. Does he have enough pace? This is where I questioned him on one-on-one situations, and again... just get saved, couldn't create enough of an angle for myself. It wouldn't quite let me turn as much as I'd hoped. And Kane doesn't quite make it 2-0. Looks good though since coming on Harry Kane, which is good. Might be in contention for a starting place in the next match. Oh, Walcott, this is in the 90th minute. Walcott surely got enough pace to keep going. He has done. Can Harry Kane now get into the box on the end of this one? No, not the greatest cross for Walcott. That's surely it now. And it is. We've won the game 1-0. Only just beaten them, but it's definitely deserved. Again, with camps on the edge of their box for the whole game, virtually. I think they only had 2 shots in that match. I'd like to take some of the praise, though, obviously, for taking Harry Kane out the limelight and then introducing him back in the team, and he takes the winner. So, you know, he's not been involved in the team at all, really, Harry Kane, in recent times, especially not since I've started doing this. I don't think I've had him in the team at all. So, yeah, I've decided to bring him in. It's worked, luckily for me, and I can feel a little bit smug about that. 9 shots, 6 of which have been on target, 41% possession, not too bad. Harry Kane, they're getting the highest rating, I think, of 8, which is pretty good, as he got the winning goal. 3 points in the bag, and I'm not too sure. I think Turkey were the other team that were near us, so they won as well, which means they're still just 1 point behind us. So that's a better gap now between us and Slovenia, 5 points. Now we need to go and beat Russia, but first of all, let's do some player development, if there are any players I can do development with. Maybe I'll give it to some of my youngsters this week. Yeah, that seems alright. Let's see how they get on this week, these youngsters. All of which are in my youth academy, which is looking really good at the moment, by the way. I need to show you that at the end of the episode if I remember. A couple of players going up in overalls, which is great news for us, as you'd probably expect. I'm putting them on the hardest drills, and they're getting some decent grades from those, actually, other than obviously the F grade for Fosu, who actually went up in overall anyway, which doesn't make too much sense. But on to the Russia game now, and I don't think, sadly, I'll be playing that one in this episode, because I've done so much player development, not quite being able to fit it in this episode. We'll do the Russia game next time round, we'll just quickly sim to it. Hopefully no more injuries, but we do have a scouting update which I need to show you before we go, and this is some more players which we have available to us. There's a lot. We've got a lot of players, most of which I can't actually upgrade into the academy yet because we don't have enough money, which isn't too good. There's a lot of high potential players that we've got available to us, a lot of players in the 90s, as you can see here from those ones. A couple that have got away from us, but nothing too special by the looks of it. We won't be able to promote any of the other players, sadly, this week, I don't think, due to the lack of money. I'll quickly show you the youth academy though, and then that will be it for this episode. Look at these players, they're doing pretty well at the moment. We've got some decent stats on them. Obviously there's a couple that maybe shouldn't be in here that we might have to get rid of at some point, but certainly they look pretty good, especially this guy actually, Ricky Ashton. He seems pretty good. Got decent potential on most of these ones as well. In fact, this one can go. Sorry, Harry. And yeah, that is it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Again, apologies that I've only played one game in this episode. I'll be playing Russia in the next episode, and then possibly another game after that. That is it. If we could go hit 20 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.